Although the first half of the season wasn't the best for Nottingham Forest, they will be looking to end the season strongly. Luton, meanwhile, sit 2 places and a point better off in the table, looking very likely to finish mid-table in the Championship. However, since Luton's promotion in 2019, Forest have been unbeaten against them in 3 meetings. Hello guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Now today is a match preview. It's Nottingham Forest versus Luton Town. But before I get on with the match preview, guys, here is Nottingham Forest fan Dor on tour with his thoughts on this game.
What's going on, people? It's Mr. Dor back again on Lewis Williams' channel to give my preview on Forest v Luton. Chris Hughton, he's done well. He didn't start well when he first arrived at Nottingham Forest, but slowly he's getting Forest doing good things. He only lost 2 in the last 15. We've drawn 1-1 away at Derby, but like I said, slowly we are getting there. We went to Luton last time, we drawn 1-1 without under Hughton. But like I said, slowly we're getting there. Plus, we're getting away from the relegation zone as well. This game against Luton is massive at home as well. Players like Glenn Murray, Knockard, Kronovic, Gardner, then players are really impressed with us since they've arrived in the transfer window. But my prediction, I'm going for it. I think I'll go for 1-0 Forest. Thank you for letting me be on this channel. Up the Forest.
Thank you to Dor for his views on the game. I will leave a link to his YouTube channel in the description below. So, where are currently both teams in the table? Well, Nottingham Forest are currently 16th, where Luton are currently 14th. Luton are 1 point ahead of Nottingham Forest. What was the last game for both teams? Nottingham Forest got a 1-1 draw away from home against Derby, where Luton got a 3-2 home win against Sheffield Wednesday. When was the last time Luton and Nottingham Forest played each other? Well, it was last year, and Luton got a 1-1 home draw against Forest. Luton didn't take advantage of having 11 players on the pitch and only ended up getting a draw. What are the talking points for this game against Nottingham Forest? Well, we are going to talk about that last game which Luton played against Nottingham Forest, and let's just say I wasn't happy that Luton only got a point at home against them. For me, and it doesn't matter what team you play against, if you have 11 players on the pitch and you are in a winning position, you should take advantage of that and get the 3 points. There shouldn't be any reason on why you drop points. And Luton dropped points against Nottingham Forest at home. First half was very good by Luton, completely attacking Forest, going for the win. And then in the second half, sat back and allowed Forest to attack, which is the worst thing you can possibly do when you have 11 players on the pitch playing against a team which have 10 players. And in the end, Forest ended up getting a draw. And to be fair, they could have got the win if that game went on for another 10 more minutes. In that game, Luton didn't take their chances, especially in the first half. And Forest, they just created so many chances, as expected for a team which were 1-0 down at half-time. You know, you're not going to settle for a 1-0 defeat. You're just going to go for it and try and get a point away from home. And they ended up getting that. Right now, Nottingham Forest are currently 12 points away from the playoffs. Do I think they will get into those playoff places? No. I think 12 points is too much. You're relying on teams above you in the table to drop that many points as well. And that's without including the teams in the playoff places right now. I just think it's too much. 12 points. I think Nottingham Forest, their season hasn't been the best. I actually predicted them to finish in the playoffs for this season. I did not expect them to have the season that they have had. And yeah, first poor half of the season, so they're looking to improve on their second half of the season. There's plenty of games left. Like I said, I don't expect them to obviously get a playoff place, but I expect them to compete. Peterson, Forest's manager, he knows Nathan Jones quite well. I honestly believe from now until the end of the season, he's building a team ready for next year. So he knows what players he needs to bring in for next season and obviously go for a promotion push, basically. Go trying to get promoted out of the Championship, which Nottingham Forest have been trying to do for the last, I don't actually know how long actually. It's been quite a long time which Forest have been wanting to get out of the Championship. The next talking point is, and especially for Luton fans, it's will Nathan Jones play a positive system? Now, the last time we played Nottingham Forest, Luton played 5 at the back. And I don't want to see that. We keep playing this 3 at the back, 5 at the back. Recently, it's been made quite clear it just doesn't work. I don't think the players respond well to it. It's not really a positive system. I know Luton are away from home against Forest, but I want Luton to be positive. Like I keep saying, I'd rather lose a game of football because we are being positive and we are going for it. Yeah, okay, sometimes you have to, manage the game correctly. I get that. However, don't invite pressure. Don't allow teams to just attack us and just counter-attack teams, because we're not a counter-attacking side, So I don't want Luton to just sit back and play a negative system. Play a positive system. I want Luton to play the way they did in the second half against Sheffield Wednesday. That freedom to go forward and compete against teams, because Luton's best strengths are scoring goals and it's never has been defending. So hopefully in this game against Forest, Nathan Jones has learnt a lot from that Sheffield Wednesday game and he's going to play a positive system. And Nottingham Forest fans really need to watch out for is Adebayo, because that man is on fire at the moment. Another talking point is Forest have a very good record against Luton. We have not beaten them since our second return to the Championship. So we kind of want to improve on that, let's be honest. We haven't won at their place. They've managed to take 4 points at our place. So let's try and, end that little record there. We don't want that to build on. We did it against Birmingham. We managed to stop that record. So can we do it against Forest? I don't think many fans think we could get the 3 points away to Forest. So let's surprise a few people and try and get the 3 points against Forest. Looking at Forest's home form in the Championship, they've got the 18th best home form. Like I said, they haven't had the best season. So as expected, their home form isn't the best. Luton's away record isn't the best either. We don't often score that many goals away from home. That's why I want Luton to play a more positive system away from home, especially against teams that like to play football, because I feel like Luton do better against teams who play football. The ball's on the floor, not playing a physical style of play. So I want Luton to try and compete and improve on their away form, which is currently 19th in the Championship. So how are both teams going to get a result in this game? Now, Nottingham Forest, they like to play with wingers. They are one of those teams that, put the ball out wide and put crosses into the box. As I've already mentioned plenty of times in my match previews, Luton do struggle to cope with that. We're not the best at defending against crosses, and aerial battles is something which we struggle with at the club. Now, Forest, they've got good strikers, Lyle Taylor, Graben, Murray. Now, I actually expect Murray to start in this game and cause us plenty of problems. Maybe Lyle Taylor as well. I'm not too sure which one will start. Or maybe play both of them if Forest want to go for it in that sense. But Lyle Taylor, he loves scoring against Luton, and Murray's just an experienced Championship striker. He could score goals quite easily against us if we don't stop the cross. Don't allow him to have space and time in the box to have a header. That is one area which I think Forest will literally target with Luton. Get the ball out wide to knock hard, cross the ball into the box and try and score that way round. Long shots as well, Forest, they are a team that like to have plenty of long shots. So Luton, although we're not the best at defending against them, we need to try and limit them to a few shots from outside the box, or don't allow them to shoot. Don't give them time and space outside the box, as they do have that quality in the team to obviously score goals from outside the area. Now, yeah, Forest haven't had the best of seasons, but their players are good enough to compete at a higher level, let's be honest. So we shouldn't take their league position for granted, although we are above them, and it's a great achievement that we are above Forest, as the finances difference is massive between the two clubs. We shouldn't look at Forest and think easy game, but it's definitely not. And another weakness of Luton's is getting hit on the counter. Now, Nottingham Forest, they're not really a team that tend to counter-attack teams, and although I'm saying that, they can still do that. So I'm not ruling it out, but I can't really see Forest counter-attacking Luton in this game. I just don't see it, if I'm being honest. I think, as I mentioned earlier, their main priority will probably be get the ball out wide and cross it into the box and score that way round. How can Luton score against Forest? Now, the last time we played against Forest, we actually scored through a set piece. I think set pieces is something which Forest struggle to defend against. They're not the best team in the air. They're not got the tallest players. They're not like a Cardiff or a Millwall. So I do think set pieces are an area which Luton can score against. Now, we scored against Sheffield Wednesday from a set piece. So, recently we're doing quite well from them. I personally think that's going to be Luton's main objective, is to try and play for set pieces and score from them in this game. Just like Luton, Forest, struggle to defend against teams that put crosses into the box. You know, they don't stop that cross, just like Luton. So this is an area which Luton could target. Now, I don't think Luton will target Forest in this area unless Nathan Jones changes the system. So it all depends what Nathan Jones decides to do. So this is why I don't want Luton to play wing backs, because if you play with wingers, play with two players out wide, so you've got your fullback and your winger, then you can cause Nottingham Forest more problems in this game. So hopefully Luton go down that route rather than play 3 at the back or 5 at the back. I think the perfect system for us at the moment, and I would love Nathan to try it, is a 4-4-2. You know, have Adebayo and Cornick up top, Moncur maybe out wide with Clark, Naismith, and play that way. And let's see how well that can do against Nottingham Forest. So what would be my score prediction for this game? Now, it all depends what system Nathan Jones plays. I honestly believe if we play a good system, we could get a point away from home, which I believe is a good result against Nottingham Forest. And I just can't see it. So for that reason, I'm going with a Nottingham Forest 2-0 home win. Hopefully, Luton prove me wrong. Hopefully, Jones proves me wrong. Hopefully, the players prove me wrong. If they do, that's brilliant. I will gladly accept that I'm wrong. But I just can't see it. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video if you did. Comment below your score predictions and your predicted lineups that you would play against Nottingham Forest. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I'll see you guys in the next video.